Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Pod. Today, we have a very exciting episode. We've got three amazing guests. So, for our first guest, this guy, Love is Blind was no issue to him. The pods, that's fine. He's used to dating 15 girls. It's Javen.
Hello, mate. It's so good to have you on board for this episode.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Yeah,
No,
really
honestly,
appreciate it.
we're buzzing at your ear. We're buzzing at your ear.
I've got a few questions to go through, just covering like the experience as a whole. And what made you sign up for Love is Blind in the first place? Were you casted or did you apply to go on it?
So they reached out to me, and initially I thought it was I kind of took it as a bit of a joke. I didn't think it was serious because I get quite a lot of DMs from them casting accounts on Instagram. So I just thought, it was a joke. And then I spoke to them on the phone, and then I just thought, you know what, they're not going to get back to me anyway. And it was like every stage, I just kept getting to the next stage. Then all of a sudden I get an email saying, go down to London, meet the producers. And I'm like, oh, should I go? So I was like, you know what, I'll go. Then I went and did that part of it. And then at that point I thought, nah, I'm not gonna get it. Then 3 weeks later I get an email saying, Jav, you've been selected. And then at first I was going to turn it down.
Oh yeah.
And then I spoke to one of my best friends and someone that I work with, and then he was just like, "Nah, do it, man, do it." So I was like, you know what, I want to do it. Why not? I've been dating. I recently moved out. Like, I just thought, why not? Like, give it a go.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
and in the pods, obviously Katisha was like your connection. A lot of drama in there. But what made her stand out to you? Was she that your number one from the get-go? Was it a slow burn?
So with Katisha, it was more of a slow burner. As you guys know, you guys have been through the process. You're talking to so many people. I really wanted to take my time and kind of see who fit me best. And it was like over time, she was standing out to me. And I would say the reason that I felt so attracted to her in that process was she was very vulnerable from the get-go. She was very open. Kind of sounds a bit bad, but I almost felt like I had a bit of like a savior complex with her because of the way she talked about her childhood, her relationship with her dad. Like, there was a lot of deep stuff that we spoke about, which unfortunately not everyone got to see. But that really drew me to her, and she was like the complete opposite to me because I can be quite callous and cold, and she was like very soft. And they say opposites attract, and that's probably how I describe it.
Nice. And then you had like a few ups and downs throughout. At the mixer itself, things started to unravel. Did you ever think that you were being flirty with other people, or was it just like literally from like a place of good intent?
I mean,
Be honest.
I personally think, when you get to know me, I'm quite a bubbly, smiley character, innit? Like, wherever I go, I can make friends with anybody. Now, I can recognize that my behavior can be perceived a certain way, and it can be viewed as, maybe I crossed the line. Not maybe, I did cross the line. I can put my hands up and say, as someone who's supposed to be someone's fiance, that behavior wasn't acceptable. I can say that. However, not to defend myself, but if you look at what took place, what the viewers got to see, they were saying certain things to me. I was never initiating anything. So I'm not justifying my behavior, but I do have to point that out. That's all I'm going to say.
Sophie made me do it.
And then speaking of Sophie, the infamous photo booth episode.
Yeah.
I know that you actually both have said that there's an argument in there. So, can you go into details about what happened in the argument? Was it just an argument in the photo booth?
It was just an argument, yes. But essentially, we was talking about some things behind the scenes, which, as you guys know, there's certain things we can't talk about. But it was about the inner workings of the show, certain things around the pod stage, and basically what a producer had said to her versus what they had said to me. So it was going back and forth about it. It wasn't even a serious argument, and it was like 10-15 minutes. It wasn't anything long. And yeah, that was it. And actually, it was an extension of what we were actually talking about in the mixer, which what the viewers do see. But again, if you notice, even the way that they show it. They don't really show the meat and bones of me and Sophie's conversation at the mixer, because we was like mentioning like stuff, like the producers' names and stuff, so they didn't show it because they couldn't, right? You guys know how it works. So I thought I was being smart. I thought I was being smart by doing that, because I thought, they're not going to show it, but they managed to get it. I gave them enough ammo to make them clip it a certain way, so I guess I wasn't that smart.
Yeah. And then obviously that kind of led to the fallout between you and Katisha, unfortunately. Do you think like you got to tell your side of what went down properly to her, or do you think it's kind of dismissed and shut down?
Yeah, so this is something that I guess hasn't really been highlighted throughout the whole kind of process over the last few weeks, but when she left, there was probably a 24-hour or 48-hour period where like we basically never spoke. We never spoke at all. And in what you guys see is, you guys see us argue, then you see me walk upstairs, but it never quite went like that. Like, we argued, and then I said to her, before you go, why don't you go and get Kieran and Megan and come back here and let's all four hash it out together. That's what I asked. That's what I said. And that's on camera, but they didn't show it. So they make it look like I just walked off. I never just walked off, because I would not do that. I would stand there and argue for days if I could. So she didn't do that. And then obviously she left. In that time period, I messaged her. We did speak. And I just said to her I was disappointed. And, she wanted to come back. But basically at that stage, she wasn't allowed to come back. It is an experiment. She had left the experiment, so they wouldn't let her come back. But she did actually want to come back, and I wanted her to come back because I wanted to talk about it. But it is what it is.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
And then things got cleared up-ish at the reunion. But is there anything that you didn't say that you wish you could have said?
No, I think, compared to all the other guys at the reunion, I actually probably ended up looking the best.
I remember looking at you at one point, and I was just like...
and he was smiling, I
was just like... villain shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. The only thing about the reunion that I probably felt wasn't quite fair was basically... I don't think Kieran and Megan took any accountability about the way that they misrepresented what happened that night. And obviously, because it's off camera, now you guys know that as cast members, we've all got group chats, blah, blah, blah. I had footage that there was no curtain anyway, so I already knew there wasn't a curtain. But I just thought, I'm not giving it to the producers. I'm going to let's see what... I knew it was coming. I didn't know how it would be presented, but I knew it was coming. I already had footage that there was no curtain. So I've got footage of so much of that night. I've not shown it to anyone. I'm gonna keep it to myself because I don't want to incriminate anyone. But I've got footage. So, like when she was saying what she was saying, that's the only reason I was even angry. Is because like you're not even taking accountability that you lied, and I wish that was probably harped on a bit more. That doesn't excuse my behavior. I'm not saying that to excuse my behavior, but when you make an accusation like that and you imply something and you are wrong and you lie and you were so adamant about it, I personally do feel like, I don't care whether they give me an apology or not, I'm not losing sleep over it, but I do feel like, you could just say, oh, my bad, we got it wrong, I apologise, Jav. That's what I would do. So
yeah. And then that's the end of the conversation.
Yeah,
it's exactly,
no big deal.
So is that apologise that they thought that they said there was a curtain and there wasn't? Or is it more like, is it just like...
Well, it would be, for me, yes, like, we're sorry that we were so adamant that there was a curtain when there wasn't, because because the curtain is insignificant, but it's just about what you're insinuating and what you're implying. And you're making a false accusation, which if we just say, oh, it's just because I was tired or I was drunk or whatever, for me, that's dangerous territory to just let people lie about you and not say anything about it. And then the whole thing of what Megan was saying about me being with Yolanda, Anu and Sophie all night, I mean, you can ask Anu, you can ask Yolanda, you can ask Sophie if I was with them all night. And if they say I was with them all night, then they're liars too. But I know they wouldn't, so...
Well, that's Sophie next. And if there's anything... Last question from me on this section. If there's anything you go back and change at all about the whole experiment, is there anything?
I wouldn't have went out that night. I would have stayed inside.
I would have stayed inside. Early night.
Early night, man.
Run a bath.
Exactly.
Right, I've got some questions. We call this section the fan curiosities. So we've got some like questions from fans and things. So, did you ever consider a future with Katisha?
Well, yeah, throughout the process, yeah. I think that there was a stage where when we went to Scotland, and that's where I was starting to think more about just the marriage process. And there was some bits and pieces about like what we discussed, which again the viewers didn't get to see. But there was some quite deep conversations that we had where I was very clear about like feeling a bit conflicted about taking that next step, issues with our communication. It's just unfortunate that the viewers didn't get to see it, so it's kind of painted a picture in one way, but we discussed quite a lot of that on camera as well, so yeah.
Yeah, of course. On the next question, why did you let Katisha go to bed upset?
All right, again, this is the magic of TV, yeah. But without saying too much, it didn't quite go in that sequence. The way that it looks like she's crying, I wasn't even there when she was crying, and that part where I leave, again, I shouldn't have left. Let me just make that clear. I shouldn't have left. But I'm saying, I asked her, "Do you want to come with me?" She said no. I asked her why. I was pleading with her actually, and asked her why, and she said, "I'm tired." And I was like, "Are you sure? Is there anything else?" She's like, "No, I'm just tired." Obviously, I could see she was upset, but I was trying to egg her on to tell me like what's really wrong, and she wouldn't do it. And that was like a common symptom of our relationship, of her not feeling safe enough to share stuff with me. And maybe that's something I've got to work on to make a woman feel more comfortable to share how she really feels with me in a safe way. But I was trying to get her to say what was really going on, and she wouldn't. And I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go. I'll be back.
Okay.
So yeah, and then that bit where she's crying, I wasn't there for that. She wasn't crying in front of me.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. That's fine. Do you think that you were being friendly in the mixer, or in hindsight, would you have changed your approach?
What I would have done is, as soon as the girls wanted to talk to me, I would have just turned my back and said, "Not tonight."
Not tonight.
Too many cameras.
I just wouldn't. Yeah.
This is a photo booth conversation.
I just would have said, "Nah, not today, man. Not today. Leave me alone."
What's the biggest lesson that you've learned from your Love Is Blind journey?
I would say two things really. Number one, kind of reiterating what I just said about maybe I need to do a bit more in a relationship to try and make a woman feel more comfortable to share how she feels with me without worrying about my reaction or my response. I think that's important because which leads to my next lesson is like I already kind of know what I want in a person and what I like. It kind of reiterated that the communication aspect is I need someone who's a bit fiery and a bit more going to just say their piece, but know that I can receive it in a safe way and they will get a safe response from me without it blowing up into an argument, because I like clarity. I don't want to have to guess how you feel. So yeah, that's probably the two biggest things.
No, that's good. I think that's a good response to that. Yeah, definitely. I think it's really thoughtful as well to say, like, you know, you've not just said, "Oh, I learned this and that." Like, you're actually thinking about your future with your partner and stuff, and thinking about their kind of thought processes and things as well. That's really nice. I think. Yeah, it's a good response. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll just do a quick fire round as well.
Quick fire.
What's one
Quick
thing
fire.
fans don't know about you?
Oh, I lived in America for nearly 5 years. So yeah, I lived in America, played football out there.
Football. I was going to say, was that for football? Yeah.
Soccer.
Soccer.
Went to uni out there. So yeah, people probably
Good
didn't know
stuff,
that.
man. Good stuff.
Friendly versus flirty. What's the difference?
I think flirty is more like it's a bit more sexual. I think it's a bit more sexual innuendos. You know, friendly is just like, you know, smiling, happy, casual chat.
Yeah. All right. No. What's one quality in someone that always wins you over?
Oh, I would say humility. Someone who's humble.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Who is your closest castmate and who is your not so closest castmate?
Closest Oh, closest. It's five of us really. So it's Jed, Demola, Charlie, and Tom. So we got a little group chat.
Nice.
Call it the Fantastic Five. Yeah, you guys didn't get to see much of Charlie and Tom, but they're top boys.
That's nice. That's good. And not so closest. Oh.
Oh, not so closest. Megan.
Yeah, we knew that we could call.
Yeah, I would have guessed that. One thing you would apologise for, and one thing you wouldn't apologise for.
So I would apologise to Katisha for even leaving that night. I would not apologise to Megan for calling her a liar.
Fair. And are there any of the girls on the cast that are your type?
Yeah, I would say Anu. Anu's someone that I probably would date in my day-to-day life, and another lady who didn't really get much airtime, Laurie. Those are the two. Those are the other two I would say that are more my typical type.
Why are you laughing?
At least you're honest with us.
I love it. I actually love it.
I ain't gonna lie.
I know you're right.
But Katisha's my type too, obviously. But
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
Right, so now we're going to play a game, okay? So this game is called Flirty or Friendly, okay? So I think it's quite self-explanatory.
Sorry, mate.
I'm going to read some questions, and you're going to tell me whether it's flirty or friendly, okay? Right. So a photo booth with a girl when you're engaged.
it could be friendly.
It
It could be friendly.
It
could be friendly.
It could be friendly. It could be.
It
Yeah.
could be friendly. Yeah, it could be friendly.
If you're taking pictures and that, and
Yeah,
you can
take
take
pictures
with
of your mates all the time.
Yeah. Sliding into another cast member's DMs. Friendly.
Depends what
or
we're talking
flirty.
about. That's a grey area.
The grey area. They're all grey areas.
I would say no. It depends on the context of the message, but it could be. I'm gonna say friendly. Friendly.
Inviting a girl to do a workout together. Friendly or flirty?
Ooh, flirty.
Flirty. Oh, cool.
Flirty. I'll give that a flirt.
Giving Anu a compliment about her singing voice. Friendly or flirty?
At this stage, if I do it right now, it's friendly.
Ah, okay.
Well,
Last one. How long years ago? Yeah.
I never heard her. I never heard her sing. So
neither did
Patrick.
Yeah. Telling another girl she looks nice in a dress.
Flirty, definitely
Yeah.
flirty.
Okay, cool. Right, over to you.
For you,
No,
is
no,
Love
interesting.
Blind?
So out of 5 couples, we had one wedding, one successful marriage. I would say Love is not blind.
Oh,
I would say it's not blind. Not this year anyway.
I think Love is Blind again.
Would I do it again? Oh, knowing what I know now, probably not. I wouldn't do it again.
Okay.
But
If it was
I don't regret doing
untelevised,
it,
would
though.
you?
I really, actually, if it was untelevised, yes. Or if it was like 20 episodes, yes.
Okay. Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Listen, thank you so much for coming on. It's been amazing chatting to you. Thanks for
Likewise, thank you for having me.
I feel like, okay. I obviously we've seen you getting stick online, but what I admire about you is I do feel as if you are pretty kind of open. Like you will just say it how it is, and if people don't like the way you've been, you kind of just like, I'm sorry, that's what I did, and you don't really. I don't know. I feel like you don't chat shit too much. You just say, yeah, that's what I did.
Say it is.
So yeah, I think that's good. So that's good about you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Agree.
I appreciate it. To be honest, like most of the hate online, I don't even look at it, to be honest. So yeah, it is what it is.
But no, but thanks for coming on. We really appreciate you.
Thank you for
Yeah, I
having
really
me.
appreciate
Yeah.
it. No, it's been great. A great
You
episode.
take care. Yeah.
All right.
So we're pleased to say that for our next guest, we have Katisha, who is in one of the most talked about love triangles on the show. Katisha, thanks so much for joining you. We can't wait to talk about your experience and get a little details what happened behind the scenes.
Thank you for having me.
Katisha, whose cat's that?
It's mine. That's Gigi.
Gigi. Oh. Right, Katisha. Katisha, we're going to be really kind, okay? We've got some questions, so we're going to fire them at you, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So quite early on, we saw your connection with Javen. So what kind of made you think, okay, he's my person?
So Javen and I connected on a lot of things, like mainly our values, our work ethic. We're both really hardworking people. I was really attracted to some of the sorry, I was really attracted to some of the things that he had. Like he had his own house, he had his own business, and we had very similar kind of not upbringings, but we had been through a lot of the same things. So like we connected on that, and yeah, it was just a lot of things that I was attracted to.
Yeah. No, cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that. But
But
obviously,
that wasn't shown.
okay. You liked Damola as well, didn't you? So
I
what kind
did.
of made you think, okay, I'm going to go for Javen? Like, what made you pick him?
So the way that it looked like it was a 24-hour turnaround, but you guys know like that's not the case at all. You're thinking about your connections all the time, and obviously like when you leave for the evening, you're thinking about everything and you're kind of like weighing it up. And obviously you're talking about marriage, right? So I needed to think about my own values and what I valued and whether what I was hearing in the very small time that you had, whether that aligned with my values or not. And that's what made my decision.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. Because yeah, as a viewer, it just kind of looked like you were like, oh, do you know what? No, I've changed my
Yeah, I was
mind.
like, yeah, psych.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, honestly, it wasn't like that. Like
Yeah.
I
No, we
do.
get that. We get that.
I
Yeah.
think that
Yeah,
the
we
way
get
that
that.
it was played out, obviously, like I do say to Demola, like I'm not going to change my mind, and I should not have said that. Like 100%, I should not have said that. And I think because after, obviously, you have no correspondence after that. So even if I'm like, oh, there's a few things that I kind of want to talk about before I actually make a decision, like I've said that, then the date's done, and I'm like,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
also for me, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm having my dates, I'm very concentrated on the date that I'm in. So I'm very present. I'm not really, if I'm in another date with someone else, I'm not thinking about the date that I had before. Like I'm just solely thinking about that person. So it's quite difficult to think about your other connection when you're in a date with your other connection. And
Yeah.
obviously, fortunately for me, I did fall for both guys, and a lot. I feel like in the real world that would be like, "Hey, this is so fun," but in there it was like it was intense, and I was like
Yeah.
hysterical for a lot of it, to be honest. Like it was really tough.
No, yeah, we can appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, and we know it would have been difficult, making those decisions in the pods. It's intense anyway, and having a decision like that
Yeah.
to make. Yeah,
And
it's
it's
going
so
to be difficult. Of
so
course
it's
it
like
is.
under like time constraints as well. Like it's like okay, yeah, well tomorrow you need to decide who you're gonna marry now, and I'm like like I need more time.
Fast forwarding, Katisha. So after the
Mm.
pods, after the retreat,
Yeah,
you met up with Damola.
yeah.
Was there any point like after that meet where you maybe thought I've either made the wrong decision or maybe an element of you inside that was thinking I want to kind of pursue things with Damola instead?
It's difficult because the whole the whole Demila thing, people would not let it go. Like I was being constantly berated whether I'd made the right decision, like throughout the whole process. Um, and I felt like I didn't really have time to. I did have time, but not enough time to concentrate on my connection with Javen because people were just constantly asking me left, right, and center whether I made the right decision. And I'm a very independent person,
I
and
think you're. Oh, sorry, I was interrupting you because I think your camera's
oh,
just gone off, but it's okay.
oh,
Yeah, it's okay.
sorry.
Go on, go on.
Um, I don't know. I was just saying, people kept asking me constantly whether I made the right decision, and I'm a very independent person. Like I've lived by myself and worked since I was 14, and so I trust myself a lot. And a lot of people didn't have a lot of trust in me. And obviously I don't know these people either. So I'm like, am I missing something? Like I'm like, I made this choice, and
Yeah.
everyone's like questioning me. So I found that quite difficult because I felt like I was like losing trust within myself. And so when I met Demola, like it wasn't like people were like, "Oh, do you think you're gonna switch?" And I'm like, "But I've made a choice. Like I can't. I'm not gonna do that again. Like, come on, guys. Like,
Again, yeah.
yeah, like I need to stand strong in
Yeah.
my decision, and I need to give it a go with Javen. Like, otherwise, what would be the point? What would be the point in me going through
Yeah.
all that and then be like, oh, actually, do you know what? I really like Demola. I'm just gonna switcheroo. Like,
Yeah. No, we get that.
so,
Yeah, you had to stick. You had to
like,
stick. We get that. We get that.
yeah, but not like
Yeah.
not in a way that oh I had to do it, like I had to stick it out. But it was like, yeah, Demo's a great guy. There's nothing wrong with him. Like he'd make a great partner. But I
Yeah.
made a choice, and I needed to see out
Yeah.
that choice, and I stood by that choice. But
Yeah.
one of the reasons
No,
why
yeah.
I had decided to meet up with Demola because I felt like he did need an explanation. It was unfair what happened, and obviously, like as soon as the pause is over, like you're just gonna get pulled out. There's not really, everything's up in the air, everything's happening, and it's just kind of like then you just leave, and then we're going on the retreat, isn't it? So I wanted to give him
Yeah.
that space and that empathy, just because I felt like he deserved it.
No, yeah, I understand.
Good.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So when it came to the photo booth, we
Mm,
heard we heard that Megan told you that Javen was being flirty, and he
mm,
was also flirting with other women at the mixer.
mm-hmm.
What was your immediate kind of reaction to that at the time?
At the time, I was literally just like, makes sense. Like genuinely. I was just like, I, I know that sounds really bad, but I was just like, I'm not surprised.
Oh my God,
I
that's
think
funny.
because like don't get me wrong, like I didn't see it all at the mixer, but like I've got eyes and ears. Like I can see you in the corner, I
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
peeking, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just like, have your moment. Just wait till we get home. No, I'm joking. I was just kind of like, I don't know, like I feel like I don't want to say I wanted to give him leeway because obviously I didn't, but I wasn't in in the conversations we was having with Sophie or whatever it was. But was also very aware that um nah no I wasn't I was gonna give him the benefit of the doubt there. Actually, I'm not gonna. Like he had one
right,
job
okay,
and
right. That's funny. So we saw you leave the experiment in tears. And we saw
Hmm.
you, put the wedding ring on the side and leave the experiment. Looking back, do you feel like you maybe that could have been like an impulsive thing, or do you think that maybe that was the only sort of choice that you had at the time?
The end of the day, we were meant to get married. So if I'm gonna get married to somebody, then I need to trust them, like completely. Um, I don't want to have to worry about whether they're going out and if they're behaving when
Yeah,
they're going out, whether
yeah,
they're like thinking about we when they're going out, like. And it was a lot of other things. Like it wasn't just him going out and speaking to girls, whatever it was. Like to be honest, that wasn't massive. Like it was more so, it was more like because he didn't tell me about it. Like
yeah,
whether somebody's seen something or hasn't or he has or hasn't done it is the fact that he didn't tell me. Like we're supposed to be a team. When you're in that experiment, you and your partner, it's just you and them. You're the ones that's filming. It's you from like day one. As soon as you leave the pods, it's you and that person. And I just felt like he didn't have my
yeah,
back. So that was a massive part of it. Like I was like, well, you're supposed to be my husband, like, and you can't even have my back. Like I can't really deal with that. But
yeah.
it wasn't just that.
No, yeah, I
There
get
was a
that.
few
Yeah,
there was a few incompatibilities as well. Like our communication wasn't really on point. But at the same time, for me, I was like, well, these are kind of things that we could iron out like after. But then at the same time, I was like, but if we can't iron them out now, I'm not going to be naive, go to the altar and then iron them out after we're married. Like that would be silly of me.
yeah. No, we get that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So finally on this section, so after after the show,
Yeah.
what kind of lessons are you going to kind of take into your future now? What have you learned from it?
I think there was a lot of things that I thought that I wanted from a partner. A lot of things that I thought they were important to me. But I think now, like, what I want from a provider is different to what I thought that I wanted. So like I said before, that I was really attracted to the Javen, that he had his own house and his own business and everything like that. And those things are all amazing and really great, but they're actually not about me. They're about them, if that makes sense. Like, I'm a very
Yeah,
independent person. I have my own house, I've got my own business, and everything like that. But so if I already have those things, do I want a partner that has them too, and then we're misaligned? Um,
yeah,
or do I want somebody that, well, I'm not going to say like jobs and all that like are important and everything, but we can't be too provider people.
too, yeah, not too
Mm.
similar.
Yeah,
Yeah, they say,
So
yeah, I get you, yeah, yeah,
so yeah, and I didn't realize that, I think, until I was in that situation. And yeah, I think I need somebody that creates a safe space for me, like a comforting space, um, and maybe not make such rash
yeah.
decisions. But it's a time constraint thing,
That's
isn't
great.
it?
Yeah,
Like,
we get that. Yeah, yeah, of
yeah.
course. Yeah, yeah. And do you know what? I think just touching briefly on what you said there, I don't think at the end of the day, the show is very sort of quick, isn't it? It's a lot faster than
Yeah,
a
so
normal
quick.
relationship. So I
Yeah,
don't. So I think you saying making rash decisions, you have to in that moment. Unfortunately,
yeah.
that's just the position we're in. Right. So moving on to our next section, which is fan curiosities. So this is where we have some of our audience ask some questions, and it's things that we've seen online. So, did you ever consider taking Javen back after the experience?
Son, I'm just a girl. So
No, no. We'll take that as we'll take that as a
Wait.
no. No, we'll just say no.
um
Forget that.
what? What?
Say no. We'll just say no.
Okay. No. No.
No. Eh.
I really wanted
Have
to.
you?
I want to say no, but I don't want to. I don't want that to be a lie. Like, I'm just a girl, guys. Like, I'm just. I wanted to give him the opportunity to hold himself accountable and everything like that, but he just didn't. So I was like, I was wanting to be curious about the relationship, and kind of figure out like if we could work. But he was quite dismissive of it. But to be fair, I think he was hurt because I didn't hear him out. He was very, very on the curtain thing, very much like, but I told you there was no curtain and I wasn't flirting and X, Y, and Z. But that we were, again, it was a communication thing. We were not communicating properly. He didn't understand that I was like, it's not about the curtain. I don't care about the curtain. Like,
Yeah.
I care about the fact that I
Yeah.
asked you the next day and you didn't mention it, and then we were going to see my family and all the things that were quite important to me, and you were just not, like, they weren't important to you, which is obviously
Okay.
not great in a relationship.
Yeah.
So, or you could just cut all that out, and I'm going to say no.
No. We'll just go with no.
Absolutely
That's,
not.
do you think which castmate supported you the most, sort of through all the drama? Would you say?
Surover and Barda.
So all
They're
that.
good. They're good girls. Yeah.
Good eggs. Good eggs.
Good eggs. Good eggs.
Do you think the show showed a true and accurate account of your journey?
Obviously it shows a lot of things that I don't see, because obviously I'm not in the lounge. I don't see his mevs, and everything like that.
His Mivs are his
I
interviews, by the way. No one will know what
Yeah,
that is.
sorry. Yeah, his interviews. I wish they'd highlighted more of some of the good times that we had, because we had a lot of really good times. Like, we connected a lot. Like, we had a lot of laughs. It was fun. It was funny. Like, especially some of our UGC content. Like, it's really cute and funny. But I guess the end of the story, it kind of makes sense, if that makes sense. And there are
Okay.
some things that I
Yeah.
didn't see. I was like, damn, does he even like me? Like, So yeah,
Oh,
that was a bit scary
yeah.
to watch, but obviously, like, yeah, I was there, so or was I? I don't know.
Right, so we're gonna do a quick fire round, Katisha.
Okay.
So, you ready? So there's only a few questions. So, biggest green flag in a man?
Ooh, biggest green flag, kindness,
Kindness. What is an instant deal breaker?
smoking.
Smoking.
Yeah,
What is the difference between friendly and flirty?
being in a photo booth.
Yeah, we wanted that. Right, we're going to move on to a game segment, okay?
Fun.
So this one, we've incorporated the fact that you walked away from the experiment on this. So this game is called Walk Away or Stay Another Day. So you basically
Okay.
have to, yeah, you basically have to say stay away or walk away or stay another day. So
Oh,
walk away
okay.
obviously means no, you don't,
Yeah.
you go in, and stay another day means you'll see it through. Okay,
Yeah. Got it.
right. So
Spicy.
your partner is being flirty at a party. Walk away or stay another
Walk away.
day. Walk away. You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
So,
Or I could just be like, no, I'm joking.
right. Um, Hearing rumours from a third party instead of directly from your fiance. Walk away or stay another day.
Why are these so like directed?
They're not. It's just a coincidence.
All right.
It's a coincidence.
Well, I'm gonna have to say walk away, innit? Because that's what I did.
Walk away. Someone denying accusations and not apologising. Walk away or stay another day.
Freddie.
I've not wrote these. These are ChatGPT, not mine.
Who wrote these questions? What did you type in?
GPT.
Questions for Katisha, Love is
ChatGPT.
Blind.
Season 2.
Season 2, yeah.
Literally.
Walk away, I'll stay another day. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, not if I wasn't in the show, I'd be like, right, tell me what's up. What happened?
Stay another day. So stay another day.
Stay another day. Stay another day.
There we go. Staying in the experiment, even if your gut says leave.
Ooh, that's interesting. As in staying in, see if you make another connection, or
Either or. Either to see whether things can be worked out or another connection, yeah.
I feel like it would depend what stage you were at. Because if you're
Okay.
like day 5 or 6 and you're like, oh, I've not really got any connections, like like I feel like I don't know. What would you do?
What's this is you asking you?
I know, but I would stay another day.
I think that's the right answer because
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would.
you don't. Yeah, if you got because the thing that we didn't have on Love Is Blind is time. We spoke about that, and if you've got the
Mhm.
option to stay another day, that means you've got time, so you might
Yeah.
as well utilize it.
Yeah. You didn't go that far to just go that far, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, reconnecting with an ex from the show a few months later. Walk away or stay another day.
Walk away.
Walk away.
Too
Okay.
much
Yeah,
too much has
I think
happened.
that's fair. I think
You
that's
need to
fair.
walk away.
Yeah. I think that's
If you've
fair.
not figured it out
Well,
in the months after, then you gotta
right. Well,
go.
Katisha, that is all the questions. So I'm going to move over to Ben. But yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, a final few questions from me before we finish this episode, this interview. Would you do another dating show?
Don't think so.
What's up with Perfect Match?
Okay.
That's a joke.
No. No, I genuinely don't think I would. Yeah, nah. There isn't any other ones that I feel like would be my kind of vibe. So Love is Blind was the
Okay.
only one.
So would you go back and do Love is Blind again?
Potentially. I
Okay.
like the concept. I like the show. Like I wouldn't not do it again. I hope I don't have to. But yeah, I enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed the experience.
Okay, good. And would you say that Love is Blind?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think Love is Blind. I think if you're
Good.
lucky
Yeah.
enough to meet somebody that is in the same alignment as you, and it's a really extensive and immersive experience, and I'm so lucky to have done it. But 100%, I think Love is Blind. Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
I didn't
Amazing.
get lucky this time,
And
but
yeah. And finally, what is your current relationship status?
single.
I just see it. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Stunning. Oh, Katisha, thank you so much for coming on. Honestly, it's been such a pleasure,
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
we both love you. We both love you, and we
We
enjoyed your
do.
journey on the show. And on the
Thank you.
reunion, we just wanted to come up and give you a hug. So yeah,
Oh, it was
thank you so much
tough.
for
It was tough.
thank you so much for coming on, and you've been a pleasure.
Thank
Yeah, thank
you.
you.
Thank
All
you.
right,
You loved your guys' season as well, obviously. Like we were both
thank you,
Oh,
thank
we're
you.
both rooting for
thank
you.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
loved
you.
it.
No, tell me more. Tell me more. I'm joking. Right, thank you so much. All right, see you later,
you. Yeah.
Katisha.
Cheers. See you
Bye.
later. So our next guest, we're pleased to announce, is Sophie, fiercely independent, unapologetically bold, senior commercial manager whose storyline sparks one of season two's most explosive breakout moments. Thanks for joining us, Sophie. We're going to delve a little bit into your experience and try and get some details about what went down behind the scenes.
Hi
Hey,
guys.
hello. Hey,
Hello.
Sophie, you look like a sophisticated. I don't know. You're very sophisticated. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
With your
thanks. I've
glasses,
been working, so
you're like a secretary.
well, as long as I look like a nice one, that's all good.
Right. So we're just gonna fire some questions at you. Okay. They're not gonna be too harsh. Don't worry. Is that all right?
Yeah, perfect. I'm
Okay. Good stuff.
ready.
Good stuff. Right. Okay. So from quite early on, I feel like even in the pod stages, you stood out as a cast member. You seem quite sort of. I mean, no offense, but at times you did seem quite sharp, but quite guarded as well, I think. And also, it became quite apparent like you weren't sort of willing to chase anyone. Um, so, what was your sort of approach going into the pod section? Like, how are you trying to sort of present yourself?
I mean, there was no floating around the edges. I went in with a agenda and a very heavy list of what my husband needs to have. And I wasn't really there to compromise, right? Because I was there to find a husband, not a boyfriend that I could like mold into my husband. Um, but yeah, I don't know, like the edit, I look absolutely brutal, which to be fair, I am a very brutal person. But I was also that I was having fun. Like a lot of my dates were jokey and like we were laughing and like really getting to know each other. But I guess what the viewers don't know is I knew very early on that none of those guys were gonna be my husband or had potential to be my husband. So like mentally, I clocked out after a few days and I was like trusting the experiment and giving it a shot, but yeah, they just weren't my husband. So
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fair. So, just moving forward a bit, the Japanese ornament scene. Um, that seemed like quite a turning point in your sort of journey on the show. Do you think do you think after Kieran gifted that to Megan, do you think that that was kind of handled correctly, or do you think that could have been like handled differently?
yeah, again, I was his date before Megan. So we sat there for like 2 hours just having a chat and talking about future and how compatible we could or couldn't be. So it looks like I'm upset because he gives her a teddy, right? But I love, happy you have a connection, love that for you. But you could have just told me. You could have said, look, Soph, just so you know, I've got another connection. Because obviously when you're on dates, you're not really talking about your other connections. It's just a little bit rude, isn't it? But knowing I was going to go into that lounge and like everyone be so excited, because it's exciting, right?
Yeah, of
Like
course.
I just felt like if it was me, I would have enough respect to say, FYI, these are my intentions. I'm still wanting to get to know you, or I'm not wanting to get to know you and want to pursue this. So that's why I was upset. And then fast forward a few days, you have girls in there crying about how in love they are and talking about these sparks. And I just remember sitting there thinking, I don't even know if I like anybody. Never mind, like in love with anyone. So
That's funny.
yeah, I just knew it was my time to go. Like I really did give it a shot, even after Kieran. I had connections after him, but yeah, I think everyone knew, as well as myself, that my husband wasn't in there, and I just wanted to get home back to Manchester. So,
So so whilst you're on the subject of that of leaving, I feel like you did leave in quite a dramatic fashion. I think you stormed through the lounge and said, "Get this mic off me." Like, do you think that was like you sort of sending a message to, I don't know, to everyone saying like you're not a force to be reckoned with, or what? Like,
I mean, anyone that knows me knows that I'm partial to a tantrum, and I think, I think, unfortunately for me, my tantrum is broadcasted on Netflix. Um, but it's just, you guys know, it's such a surreal environment, and yeah, I just knew I didn't want to be in there, and I just made my mind up there. And obviously all the girls want the best for you, so they were all like, no, stay, like you still have connections in here, because I still had dates to go on. But I was just like, nah, I'm done. And then, you know, when you've made your mind up about something and people keep trying to get you to change your mind on it, I was like, nah, get me out. And yeah, I didn't actually think that would make the end, but here we are.
that's funny. Just fast forward into I think we're gonna look at the mixer and stuff in a little bit later. But just moving fast forward to the reunion. Um, I feel like you sort of explained yourself really well, and I feel like you came across as quite misunderstood at times. Do you think that's fair for like a viewer to sort of to say about yourself? Do you think?
I think Netflix did a very good job of betraying me in the first 3 episodes. I think I've had it all my life. I say it on the show. I'm a bit like Marmite. You either love me or you hate me. But I stand on that. Like I won't change for anybody. But I just wish, like you have a few of my quotes in there, right? But I'm gonna like, what is it? Beat my own trumpet. What do you say?
Bang my own drum.
Not beat it. I don't know what that is. I don't think you. No, blow your own trumpet.
Yeah, blow my own
I don't know
trumpet.
why you're beating your trumpet.
It's not working properly.
But yeah, I'm gonna blow my own trumpet. And I think I'm very
I'm not.
witty and I'm quite funny, and I feel like you guys didn't see that as much as I wanted. And then again, everyone online was like, "You're not being vulnerable. Why is Sophie here? Like, she's not taking it very seriously. Blah 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 blah." But like, I don't know how you expect me to be vulnerable with somebody that I don't see a future with. Like, why would I let them see a version of me that isn't going to build a connection with. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No, I get that. I get that. That's perfect. So, so if we've got some questions that we've either seen online from fans or that have been sent in to us. I'm just going to cover a couple of them, okay? So, first one, have you had any sort of off-camera conversations with either Megan or Kieran since filming?
No.
No. Okay. Quite direct. No.
I love it.
Which castmate do you feel like sort of best understood you?
Me and Yolanda, I actually did a podcast yesterday and they were like, what do you wish Netflix showed more of? And my answer was the girls' lounge. Like, there's so much that happens in there. And
Yeah.
I think you get to see people's personalities a little bit more because it's kind of jokey in the lounge, isn't it? You've got nothing else to do, so you're trying to entertain each other. But yeah, me and Yolanda we were jokes, and we kind of had the same experience. She just didn't, lucky for her, she just wasn't involved in multiple love triangles like I was. But yeah, we both very early on knew that our partners weren't in there, so we were just having a bit of a laugh. But yeah, unfortunately,
Okay.
you guys don't get to see it.
Yeah. So I've got a question that I think a lot of people want to know. Did you fancy Javen?
I mean, he's a good-looking guy.
Brilliant, thank you. That's a yes.
He's actually not my usual type. He's good looking. He's good looking.
Okay, we'll leave it there. That's fine. And last one. So, what exact? We know there was an argument, but what exactly were you arguing about in the photo booth?
It's actually behind the scenes stuff. So we were
So
arguing.
stuff that we wouldn't know about, something that we wouldn't understand.
Yeah, we were arguing about production of Love is Blind. I had an opinion of something, he had a different opinion, and we're both very hot-headed and both very stubborn. So I was like, I'm not listening to you, and he said the same to me. And yeah, the passion went from flirting to an argument. So yeah.
But do you think it was necessary to have the argument in the photo booth?
So do you know what? We both think we're quite intelligent people, and we went in that photo booth where multiple people could see us, so people weren't like, oh, Sophie and Javen went in the smoking area, or they went outside, and like people could make their own narrative. So we thought, oh, we're pretty safe to have somewhat of a private conversation, but visual for everyone to see. And then it turns out the opposite, and everyone thought we were being sneaky. So, yeah, in hindsight, we probably should have just stopped the argument when we were arguing in front of everybody. But, yeah, we both wanted to get one up on the other, and it didn't work. And instead, you guys got a juicy storyline.
No worries.
Okay, we've got a quick fire round next. What is the biggest green flag in a guy?
Liking dogs over cats.
B. Good. And what is the biggest turn off that you won't tolerate?
Oh, biggest. There's so many. How'd you pick one?
Just pick one. Impatience.
Huh?
Because I went, just pick one. I said impatience. Not being able to play a trumpet.
not being able to beat a trumpet.
Not like.
And that's why I did it. That's why I couldn't get into the brass band.
Not liking fitness, so not being active.
Okay.
Right. What is your go-to comfort food?
Or pasta, or carbonara, or garlic bread. Give it me all. I want it all.
Give me all. Anything Italian. What about pizza? So pizza.
Yeah, Freddie, I do have pineapple on my pizza.
No, that's England. The rotter.
Oh. What is a go-to song that boosts your mood?
Mario, Let Me Love You.
Oh, that's a good tune.
Okay,
Isn't
nice.
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
actually. Yeah, yeah, I like that.
yeah. One underrated quality that you have that people don't know about.
I mean, I think everyone knows I'm funny, but I feel like
Funny looking.
um well, it's not being humble, is it? Probably I think I have very pure intentions and I get misunderstood a lot. So probably, yeah, my pure heart.
Good. That's
Oh,
nice.
that's nice.
Cute.
That's nice. Right, so we're gonna move on to a game. Okay. So
Okay.
this game is basically like red flag, green flag, but we've changed the name. It's called designer bags or red flags.
Okay.
Being doubted in a love triangle, designer bags or red flags.
Red flag.
Making bold statements which may come off as wrong, red flags or designer bags.
Designer bags.
Being painted as the villain, designer bags or red flags.
Designer bag.
Oh, love it.
Staying in contact with ex, designer bags or red flags.
Red flag. Oh, I don't know actually, because like if you're amicable, it's a bit of a designer bag, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. It can be. It depends how you look at it, I think.
Depends.
Depends how you
I
look at it.
mean, I don't think you should talk to them, but if I saw them in the street, you should be able to say hello.
What about going to
Okay.
photo
Yeah,
booths
yeah,
with
yeah,
them?
yeah, yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Is that a red flag? Is that designer bag?
That's a red flag.
A red flag. And last one, laughing loudly at one of Javen's jokes during a conversation.
Designer bag.
Designer bag. There we go. That was designer bags and red flags.
Oh, nice. Final four questions. Would you do another dating show? So-
Um, I I would be open to another dating show if the caliber of men were more suited to me.
Fair enough. Would you do Love is Blind again?
Probably the same answer. I would love to do it again. I always say, like, in hindsight, it's a beautiful thing, right?
Mm.
I Someone asked me, like, would you change anything from your journey? And if it's the same men, I have no regrets. But if it was like different men that I thought I could have a connection with, then I probably would be less serious and a bit more open. But
Mm.
now that I know all of the men, yeah, they weren't my husband. So yeah, I feel like Love is Blind is one of those things you do once. I feel like if you do it again, you'll lose the spark.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, yeah.
And for you, is Love blind?
Um, I don't think so, Like Kieran and Megan are very attractive people, so it would be different if one of them wasn't attractive and they still love each other, whereas they're both very attractive.
And finally, what is your current relationship status?
Single, my DMs are very much open. Any listeners?
So,
Good.
there, Javen.
No, my DMs are not open for Javen unless it's in a friendly. Oh, I can't even say that because he said he was a friendly guy, but
Friendly flirting.
Well, you can't differentiate, can he? Friendly and friendly and flirters. So.
Same.
We have both taken accountability for our behaviour on that
That's
night.
right.
I had one too many lychee martinis. I don't know about Javen, but yeah, no more flirting with any of the guys from my season. Yeah, just love and support.
Nice.
Well, so honestly, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
We've absolutely loved it. We're big fans.
Big
Oh,
fans.
thanks.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh no, we love
It's a
everyone.
good
We love
thing.
everyone.
Yeah.
Series two was great. It was a great show. So yeah, no, it's an absolute pleasure having you on, and we're sure that
Thanks for having me.
we're sure that our fans will be very very happy that you're on. So thank you so
Yeah.
much, and you've been a
Thank
great
you so
sport
much.
as well.
Yeah, you've been brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you take care. Okay.
All right, bye, guys.
All right.
Cheers,
See you
Sophie.
later.
Take care. Bye bye.
Well, that's a wrap. What an amazing episode that was. Ben, did you enjoy it?
I loved it, mate. Absolutely loved it.
Do you know what? I thought it was really good. I thought we got some good intel behind the scenes, and we know what happened in that photo booth now. So that's all I needed to know.
I think I've got more questions and answers to ask now.
I know exactly. But guys, thank you so much for watching. But guys, remember, you have to subscribe, follow, share, and leave your comments, because without your comments, we don't have questions to ask. So thank you so much. Join us next time. We love you all. Goodbye from Beyond the Pod.